Good morning. This is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me today as we continue our journey through Darkest Dungeon's Crimson Court update. We are going to be picking up the pieces of our failed run yesterday. Actually, it was a successful run, just incredibly costly. We successfully did kill Wolf and his bandits, but we left all our loot behind, and we lost 4 heroes. What we are going to do today is take a new crop of heroes. I actually should check our stagecoach here real quick, see if there's anything worth picking up. I like plague doctors. How many highwaymen do we have now? We have 2 in our ranks. I will take all of these, but we'll see if we are going to be replacing them in the future. That way, if we need to run a 4-person mission at the low rank, we can. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into a mission with a 0-rank team. We only have 1 to choose from. It's going to be Into the Cove. Not my ideal choice with a bounty hunter and a highwayman. Just, some bleed damage going on. But we'll see what we can do with it. We don't have the best trinkets available because they were lost. After this mission is over, we will be pulling some of our... We've got some people in stress relief, and we'll be able to dive then into a battle against the Crow, the Shrieker, and be able to get our lost trinkets back. And I don't think the ones that were in our inventory are going to come back. The drops we got, the Ancestors trinkets, I think those are gone until we have another drop. But for right now... we'll get back what we can get back. And as we get into this mission, because it's not going to be super hard, I am going to talk a little bit about what makes this game in general just great. Like we had a really bad run last time, and we lost a lot, and it's frustrating. But at the same time, it's recoverable. We don't... Like, if we were playing XCOM, for example, and we had a run like we did last time, that would be the end of our campaign. And if I can pull back the veil just a little bit, like, I made the decision to go after that last room because I was recording, because it could have led to a heroic triumph over impossible odds. The odds were perhaps a little bit too impossible, but hey, it happens, and it certainly went way worse than I thought it would. I expected maybe to lose somebody. Read this if that's what triggers the unlock. I expected to lose somebody, but I didn't expect to lose everybody. I frequently don't think effectively about what stress is going to do to me. I take it for granted as a threat. And though that is what killed me, it wasn't even the damage that we were suffering. And we had a couple of people who were very low on health as we went into those final encounters, and it was not the damage that we were facing that led to our downfall. It was the stress. The stress killed absolutely everyone. Everyone died from a heart attack. And that was my mistake. And, it comes back to not using, or not remembering to bring as many shovels as I could have. This is probably the better choice. Oh, it's a miss. But I want to speak a little bit more on how Darkest Dungeon uses that effectively. So, in games like XCOM, which I also love dearly, like it's one of my favorite games, hundreds of hours in both, not hundreds, but over 100 hours in both XCOM 1 and XCOM 2, so I guess that is hundreds of hours in XCOM. And where it loses a little bit of strength for me as a player is that I feel I cannot sacrifice a teammate, and I like that. I feel like it's dynamic when you're able to look at like a situation and say, I'm gonna push this even though someone could die, because it's not gonna be the end of the game to make it happen. There's always a way in Darkest Dungeon to recover. You can go to these low-level missions, you can tackle these issues again, build up a new force, and we did not bring any herbs, which was a huge mistake in the here, because it could have cleansed negative traits. And admittedly, these guys are very, very low level, but they all have negative traits that could have been wiped away. So, my error. So what XCOM lacks in that is low-level missions, like the ability to take your soldiers back and do a mission that is lower difficulty, that requires less gear, less experience to be successful. And the flow of the game is not designed for that. Like, it's completely different. Darkest Dungeon is a much longer game than XCOM. I sat down and played XCOM just a couple of days ago. Not blitzed, but you know, I played through the normal campaign, and I'm nearly done with it after, I don't know, 15 hours? And clearly we've put significantly more than 15 hours into this campaign, and it's just a different style. And it always has that forward push, but as a result, it's much easier to fall into a trap, to accidentally just lose. And that is... it can be a detriment. So yeah, I feel what Darkest Dungeon gets right over XCOM as far as the disposability of your team is when you are losing someone, it feels bad in that moment, and it sucks. You don't want to lose someone when it happens. But it's not the end of the world when it does happen. Doing some pitiful damage here. That's still probably not going to be enough. No, we gotta shoot it there. Okay, so another type of game that deals with this. Oh, speaking of stress, but another type of game where they present you with difficult challenges is games where you don't have permadeath, where you can't lose a party member, which is a regular turn-based RPG that people die in, and how they deal with the hard situations a lot of times is the consequence of failure is that you will have to reload your last save point. This combat is challenging us a little bit. We're gonna have to do some healing. And on one hand, it allows them to put some real challenge into the game, and I've played some amazing turn-based games that have combat systems like Darkest Dungeon, where you have your team on one side, the enemy team on the other, and you battle, that really strongly challenge you in a fun way. And a lot of that has to do with games that... Now, here's in general what Darkest Dungeon does right in those genres. The scale between your weakest hero and your strongest hero is not enormous. It's good, but it's not huge. It's like 50%. Like we never even, I think, get to double the strength of a starting hero. But I could be misjudging that slightly. But more importantly, a strong hero can't go on a weak mission. So you can't just walk in and overpower your opponent in a lot of cases. The best you can get is just being one level above these encounters, and the way you achieve success in some of these RPGs when you encounter a really tough challenge is you just go out and you grind out a dozen levels, and then you come back and you just stomp all over the enemy that was giving you trouble. And that can be empowering, but I really enjoy it when a game presents you with a challenge that is always structured around how strong they know you are. And it doesn't work when this is procedurally done. Final Fantasy Tactics was really guilty of this back in its... I mean, it's one of the original turn-based strategy games. It was well, not original, but like, you know, one of the ones that really revitalized in the modern era that style of play. Told people that a mass audience would absolutely play a turn-based tactics game. And the way it scaled its battles, it would look at the level of your team and it would just scale up the enemies. And you could really put yourself into a dangerous situation if you did not build for that appropriately, because it was always your highest level unit. So if you accidentally or inadvertently or did without understanding the consequences, leveled up one unit much more than another, you would wind up really hosing yourself in these future combats. Did we pull this guy forward and deal with him? Nope. While I would like to bandage, we've got to kill these guys. Alright. So, just, that's what makes Darkest Dungeon such a strong game, is it gets right the individual challenge. Like, even though I said at the start of this video that we were going to be tackling a mission that wasn't going to be hard, it was going to allow me to really just kind of talk about other stuff, and we're doing that. But at the same time, I'm still struggling a little bit. These guys are not just dying for free. We are having to be a little bit careful. Our stress is getting dangerously high. If we get some unfortunate crits, we could be in danger. And damage is real. We don't have a camp, so we'll be able to use food to recover. He is bleeding for 3 damage. He'll be dead in 2 turns. Let's see if we can kill this guy in the back first. And so we're still being challenged, and that's great. And then also, she can't heal herself. So this is where things get bad. Okay, he gets that kill, and then we cannot reach there, but we can shoot him. I don't think that puts him into death range. Yeah, he's only bleeding for 1. He might get to go before anyone else, so I feel like I should kill him out of safety. Take the loot, it all fits our inventory. She has got to eat. We'll give her a couple of foods. And we gotta be a little careful. We still got a lot of this dungeon left to explore. Have to hit 90% of rooms. Have to. Let's maybe dial in just a little bit, see what we can accomplish. If we get more food, that'll help us. But we'll be a little bit cautious here. Yep, there's some strange coral. I haven't gotten lucky enough to pick up any herbs. We'll move on. There is a trap coming up. We can also shatter this with a shovel. Extra key. And then here's our trap. We've got a couple of people with good trap disarm, yeah. We've got 90% their best, so let's do that. Or the person who least needed stress relief, but also the person who, had there been a failure, would not have been punished as much. So we've got combat in this next hallway, nothing coming up in the room though. So the short story is, I still really like Darkest Dungeon, and I'm not I'm not super salty about what happened yesterday. I understand it was 100% my own fault. I asked for it, and I got what I deserved for my greed. We'll pick up a few kills. I might have wanted to instead try and wound here, because I might have been able to pick up 2 kills. But if we had gotten a crit there, we could have also gotten a second kill. She dodges, which is thankful. Yeah, these guys are suffering quite a bit. Go for the back row with our Houndmaster, and then the front row with our Highwaymen.
Be wary.
And our loot has been pretty okay.
A dizzying fall.
If we do get some more food, we'll use it. If we get a little bit further into this, I mean, we only have to make it one more room. There's combat. We have to do 2 full combats to get where we're going. Then we can explore the last hallway without really any danger. We are gonna give her some food to try and prevent her from hitting danger zone. We gotta remember 2 full combats. That's a great time to use our dog treats, which I've been forgetting about. Okay, heading east. Let's encounter these guys and almost let our light die. Want to keep that up as best we can. This is, there are probably better situations to use that. If only the bleed was made more potent. I am going to kill him first instead of going for the other guys. I don't think Shank's going to go into our back row, which is why I wanted the Fusilier dead. These guys are probably susceptible to bleed, so let's maybe take advantage of that. It was resisted. Slice and Dice, though, is going to put another person on death's door. We can bandage that back up. And we avoid. Unfortunately, that meant not getting a kill. So we'll kill one of these guys. That does put us in an uncomfortable position here into this last row. But I think we can kill it. Darn, he's going to Slice and Dice again. We dodged it, though. That saves us any trouble. And then we'll pull him forward here. Oh, we'll just kill him. Thought he had 3 hit points? Oh, he had a point of bleed on him. Okay. So we don't have room now. Partly my fault for, Alright, do you take... I think you take the blood over 50 gold. The blood actually is probably not that valuable either. The anti-venom, though, is valuable. So let's throw that. Oh, we only have one... Oh, no, we do have 2 more shovels. Well, then we're good. Let's poke our nose in here. Use our last... I'm gonna use this food. We're struggling here just a little bit. We'll use our last torch. Then we'll use our last food. Or our last dog treat here. We have surprised them. That's good news. I also could be using lick wounds as a recovery method, so maybe I should consider that. Oh, what? That's bad news. Alright, let's try and get some kills. Oh, we could get a kill. Wow, that is the most nimble acolyte I have ever seen. Alright, 1 dead, which is like 2 less dead than I really wanted. Nice of that stress giver, both of these stress givers, to not target our Houndmaster, who would have had their resolve tested. I would like to do some healing, but there's his resolve test. He is going to be selfish. Yep. Eldritch Pull is gonna not mess us up entirely. We had the tools to really battle this stress, and I haven't been using them. Gonna going on the offense feels like the better choice. We can't shoot, so that's going to make it hard to deal with that back row. But getting the kill there is certainly helpful. I think we could have, if we got lucky, gotten a kill with that, but it's not what happened. That's a more guaranteed chance of getting a kill. Oh no! Oh good, he's buffing him, not healing him. It. Yeah, dim some boobies there. So let's heal a little bit, and we can't do anything else here. That is 100% gonna bleed to death. I'm gonna go for it just for the stress relief opportunity. We didn't get it. The other thing that we could have, the other reason to let it bleed to death is it would have slid the shaman forward. I don't think we can absorb any more stress, so we'll go for the kill. We did not get it. And now this fast fishy, nope, we outfished it this round. Alright, take the loots. We are going to continue adventuring. We don't have any more combat. What we will be doing is stepping backwards, opening up this with a shovel. Got a little bit of extra food, a bag of marbles, and some busts. And then we can head south, which also will not face any combat. You can disarm that trap. We also could just put everyone back in order. Well, it doesn't matter really, but we use our last shovel to dig through this. And then what is our final curio? It is a rotting fish carcass. Inside the carcass is nothing. Alright, well, we got some food to eat. I have no idea if it has any impact on the game whatsoever, but off we go. Back to the hamlet, where we will be able to tackle our nemesis here, our shrieker buddy, who has our trinkets. Oh, we can resurrect somebody. Wait, so some of our people are diseased? Okay, so we can get back Bonell. Or we can get back Punk. Or we can get back Ramie's. So, what always frustrates me about this is that they're all back down to rank 1 skills. It's less of a coup than you think, right? Like, it's like you don't have to level them up again, but you still gotta throw like 40,000 gold at them to get them their weapons and skills. I'd say that Bonell here is probably our best guy. He's got in 1 locked-in quirk. Yeah, let's get him back into our roster.
The raw strength of youth may be spent.
And you know, now he's not because he's rank 5. It puts us in an awkward situation, right? We don't have, like, he's expensive. We want to use him. It's going to be expensive. All right. Let's take a look at what we can do in here. Sort by level. Sort by level again. We want the top tier. These guys are still in a group. That, you know what? Actually, now I realize we can't mess around with stress relief things till we decide on who's going on this mission. So let's take these 2 vampires. I think I want to take Shiro. Alright, that's a good team. It's going to do a lot of damage. And this is risky, because our healing is not going to be great, for dealing with... he does do a lot of damage. Yeah, forget that. We're not going to take Shiro. We're going to take Kenna. That also means that we don't have to upgrade a lot of stuff. 5/5/5s. We shouldn't have to deal with Holy Lance. So maybe we get rid of that, but what do you take instead of it, right? Like, it's not like you're going to be zealous accusationing the Shrieker. So maybe not. Maybe not important. Okay, what trinkets do we bring against this fight? Well, we want the Swordsman's Crest, and I think we want Brawler's Glove. We don't have any good accuracy trinkets. This is an important thing to note. This is susceptible to bleed, but we don't have a lot of great bleed trinkets right now, do we? We have the hood. What would be a good follow-up to that? Okay, here's my thought. Did it increase accuracy with the torch? Is that accurate? Am I correct on that? Where is it? I know we still have that torch. There it is, the candle. The candle is dodge speed. Alright, well, let's go with that. And then we'll put the bonus damage as much as we can into our Gravedigger. We can then also give her the Ring of Eldritch Slaying. We have that, yeah? Where is it? There we go, Eldritch Slayer's Ring. Then here, we probably just want to go healing. We don't have our healing trinkets. So we won't be doing that then. What will we be doing? We have no Vestal specific trinkets at the moment. This is a giant amount of accuracy, but lower dodge. Maybe that's more valuable than 25% damage? If you hit every time, maybe we go bonus damage. And where's our accuracy with range skill? So I know we have one of those. We go. Alright. This is where we're gonna rock. Okay, we're going on this, and now that we know who's going on the mission, we know who can't go into stress relief. Do we need stress relief on anyone? Yes, we do. Alright, this guy needs stress relief. This gal needs stress relief. This guy, he might, these two might be able to be fine with a couple of puppet theater-y things. So we'll send them in for stress relief for the time being so that we can use them. Let's get rid of Bonell's hemophilia for now. And then from there, let's sort by level again. What has Shiro got? We can get rid of Nocturnal. Witness, Warren's Phobe. Let's get rid of Warren's Phobe. Okay. Let's then take on the Shrieker. More careful on spending money that I shouldn't. I gotta remember that my money is low at the moment. So, like, you know, and that's the thing. Like, Bonell, he ain't gonna be doing much for a while because we don't have the money to spend to restore him to his former greatness. Alright. We're still embarking. We can't run away from him. We don't need a lot of this stuff. But we will take... I don't know if Lottom... Oh, are these guys craving? Craving? One of them's craving. So we'll take one blood that we can immediately use to berserk. Second one, it could happen. Alright, let's go. I think we'll be okay on this. We don't have all of the accuracy trinkets that are valuable. And that's not even because we lost them, it's just We haven't found them yet. But this is a highly skilled group. Hello, Shrieker. How you doing? Let's go ahead and start applying. Oh no, first we bloodlust. Here we go.
A devastating blow.
A fine opening, but resisted the bleed. Dives right in for the damage. Holy water. We gotta remember to use all our holy water. Every turn. There's regurgitate, which is just a stress attack. That's fine. The fact that it critted is a real bummer, but a dodge is understandable. Oh, our Vestal just getting destroyed. Alright, bandage, holy water. And, yeah, she's gonna have to... Oh, no, we're in a judgment. Oh, no! You have the accuracy? Could you please hit our guy who likes to be hit? Another dodge, even though she's got the accuracy trinket. All the murder, that's gonna put our Vestal on death's door.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
I mean, obviously you heal at this point. Could have done with a crazy crit. Yes, hit him. Yes. Yes. Alright, regurgitate, that shouldn't put her on death's door. More stress than we would like, but... No! She's bleeding. That means in order to save her life, we need to reclaim. No! 2 dodges in a row. Come on, she's got the focus ring. Doesn't hit death's door. We still have to do 47 damage. Alright, bandage. Still got all the resistances from holy water. I can't believe that she is in the position she's in. We're gonna divine comfort. Everybody needs health. Oh my... What in the world? This is so sad. It's gonna run away... Not quite. Probably at the end of this turn. Let's keep the AoE heals going. Alright, that's a heal for everybody.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Oh, it's 3 hit points. If it was bleeding, it would have been gone. Everybody gets a ton of stress. Everyone's resolve is tested. Powerful though is a help. I think it stopped everyone's resolve from being tested. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so quest complete. Didn't kill it.
Merely a trick of the light.
What do you get out of it? We get back... An achievement with strange bedfellows. Don't know what it was for. So we get back Decimus's head, Joanna's head. We get back our trinkets for our man-at-arms. Basically, this is the 8 trinkets we lost last time. We got all of them back. So we did not get the things back that we had in our inventory. So our biggest weakness, our biggest loss in yesterday's episode was the fact that Wolf's Adventure, Wolves at the Door, is it's a great place to get ancestor trinkets. You can get up to 3 of them. We had 2 of them and we lost them. So now we just have to get lucky and get ancestor trinkets from the other sources, which is usually long missions at rank 5. So okay, apparently we can recruit highwaymen if we need to. No, those are bounty hunters. Let's see if we have any. There are no long champion missions at the moment that I can use to look, but yeah, you get very rare trinkets from doing medium length champion missions. So like the Raider's Talisman, the Blasphemous Vial, lots of Blasphemous Vials. You can also get them, I think, from doing these. Yeah, this Ancestor's Vintage is a very rare trinket. So you do long veteran missions as well to get very rare trinkets. Rare trinkets from medium length veteran missions, and if we had any long veteran missions available, we could see what Ancestors trinkets were available. So that's where we're going to have to seek those out at this point, because we can't get them from Wolf. We'll never see Wolf again. Alright, we have a considerable amount of stress that has happened. Don't know what we're going to do about it. I may not do anything about it. Maybe we'll do something about this stress. And we'll let Houdini there just kind of bleed off his stress normally. I'm not going to do anything else. Looks like our level 1 Arbalist has gone on a journey of self-discovery, so they'll be back in the future. We can use our other teams here to build up stuff. What do we have available to tackle tomorrow? We've got some stuff we could do in the ruins. We might be able to go here. That's a good place. Let's look at strong. A little bit of stress. Maybe we go Seguer and Cassinel. Wow, these names. Okay, let's try that. I think this team will be able to handle the ruins pretty effectively. We're not relying on a lot of bleed. So yeah, we can rebuild our trinkets pretty effectively there, or outfit them with trinkets is what I mean. We've got all of our trinkets back, so yeah, we'll be fine. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, as I said, like, yesterday was a terrible day, but we can just keep moving forward, and we'll do that, and we'll rebuild our team, and we will be tackling the Crimson Court again shortly. I would like to get things a little bit. I'm thinking I may want to hold back on the Crimson Court just a little bit, and instead go for some level 5 missions, some champion missions, short missions, in order to rank up these level 5 heroes to level 6, so that their stress isn't so terrible. Like, it's not going to make them any stronger, and that's just going to be a challenging dungeon every time we go in. But if we keep our stress a little bit more under control, I think it'll make it easier to explore. So that's my thinking going forward. We'll probably wind up with some more vampires as a result. We do need to focus on rebuilding our gold pretty extensively, so we'll want to go on some missions with our friends here with the Veils, and they will bring us the loot, and that will hopefully allow us to rebuild our forces. So thank you for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow for a medium-length mission of the apprentice level. If we have time after that, we'll do something else. We'll see what comes up, though. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. I've said it a half dozen times so far, and I mean it. Really do. Have a great day.